Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning. Isolated thunder shower activity in southeast Nebraska this morning, mainly right in here as of the time of this recording. Most of us are mostly clear out there. The winds are a little breezy down here in northeast Kansas, and some of those winds are going to spread northeast into southeast Nebraska, northeast Kansas. The winds will be lighter the farther northwest you go today, and you can see that with the speed of those arrows there. Lots of sunshine today, very warm temperatures. Late this afternoon, a few clouds, maybe some convection, but it's going to be tough for storms to fire up. If they do, this would be the area right in here with the best chance of some strong to severe storms. Most models barely hint at anything because the storms are going to struggle to overcome a cap in the atmosphere, like a lid, basically, that keeps those thunderstorms from going up. But if they are able to overcome that lid, that cap, then we could see some strong to severe storms late this afternoon and during the early to mid-evening hours in southeastern areas. Later in the night, that activity will shift to the east and move on out. Quiet weather into tomorrow. We do actually have a warm front that's going to be lifting northward, and so south of that boundary, look at the wind starting to pick up tomorrow. It's going to become rather windy in here tomorrow. Meanwhile, we're going to have an approaching cold front from the northwest move in late in the day, though. So all of us will be warm tomorrow, but the windiest conditions are going to be right here. Now, the good news is the driest conditions are going to be here. So the dry weather, the lowest relative humidity does not correspond with where the strongest winds are. So as of right now, no fire weather watch or red flag warning in place, even though there's a slightly elevated fire threat. It's not high enough to have a need for a watch or a warning at this point for tomorrow. With a cold front sliding in late in the day, this could trigger some evening and nighttime showers and thunderstorms, mainly north of Interstate 80, right in here. Isolated severe storms can't be ruled out. Cool showers out west. And this front will just slowly push southward, heading towards Saturday morning and during the day on Saturday, which will usher in cooler weather. Now, there may not be a ton of moisture around right away Saturday morning, but chances of rain will get better as Saturday wears on. And we could even be talking about maybe some lightning and thunder embedded, but not really much of a severe weather threat at that point here. And in fact, let's take a look at the severe weather threat these next couple of days. First off, for later this afternoon and into this evening, mainly southeastern areas. Again, I would almost ignore this here. It's a low wind chance of just weaker thunderstorms, but I don't think we'll see much. I didn't even include it in the Tri-Cities forecast. A marginal risk right in here in green, and then a little bit better chance in yellow where there's a slight risk of severe weather. Your biggest threat right now is going to be large hail. There's your hail risk right there, which I just realized my colors don't correspond with the graphic there. I may have to go in and fix that since we fixed this, got the new banners in, so I apologize. But again, this should be the 5% area. This should be the 15% area right in here. And then the wind threat is a low wind threat there of some damaging wind gusts. Can't even rule out an isolated tornado in southeast Nebraska. It's not a great chance, but something I'll at least mention there in southeast Nebraska. As for the tomorrow evening, basically, and tomorrow night, mainly north of Interstate 80, a low and marginal risk of severe storms. Main threat's going to be large hail, maybe some isolated severe wind gusts. I don't think we'll see a ton of severe weather, but can't rule it out. Saturday, while we have some showers around, maybe some lightning and thunder, but the severe weather threat's pretty limited. Better chances off towards the east. Most of us will not have to deal with any kind of a severe weather threat for Saturday. So highs today, 70s and 80s, pushing into record high territory this afternoon. In fact, here's a look at your records for areas that keep track of records. Now, I don't think Grand Island's going to get there, but some of the other locations are going to be awfully close, especially McCook. Could be a good chance of getting to a record there, maybe Broken Bow as well. So records possible today. Tomorrow might be a better chance for some records. Now, tonight's low is very mild in the 50s and low 60s, cooler 40s west of Highway 83. And then as we get into tomorrow, soaring well into the 80s. I would not rule out 90 degrees tomorrow. Very close to record territory again. Some 70s to the northwest as that cold front begins to approach there. Here comes the cooler air by Saturday morning. We're feeling 30s up north, still in the 50s in the south and east. And then Saturday, a wide range of high temperatures from the 30s northwest all the way to the low 70s in southeast Nebraska. Tomorrow night, now we're starting to get that chillier air with rain showers that are going to be trying to change over to snow. Best chances of snow are going to be in northern areas right in here. As we get into Sunday, Sunday's our chilliest day ahead of us here, 30s and 40s for highs. Maybe still some snow, especially up north. As we look at that extended forecast, again, big changes coming over the weekend, wet weather here. I don't think we're going to see a ton of moisture in the Tri-Cities, though. I think the better chances are to our north. As we look towards Sunday, then cool enough that we may mix in some snowflakes. The chances of accumulating snow are looking less likely. After the precipitation moves out Sunday night into Monday morning, we'll see a warming trend ahead, but more active weather. We could see a few more shower chances Tuesday and Wednesday. Details are very murky as far out, but something we'll keep an eye on down the road. Looking at the extended outlook beyond that, it looks like milder temperatures into early April. We'll be looking at upper 50s, low to mid 60s, pretty close to average for early April. North Platte, a pretty comparable forecast to the Tri-Cities. Really the biggest difference is just a slightly better chance of accumulating snow, but even then I don't expect a whole lot for the North Platte area. Once the storm system moves out Sunday night, a warming trend into early next week with more chances of rain possible Tuesday and maybe again on Wednesday. But again, we will see a warming trend as we get into next week, back into the upper 50s and low to mid 60s for the most part. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center right now from next Thursday all the way through the following Wednesday does have us still at above average weather temperature-wise during that time frame. It does have most of the country actually above average precipitation-wise. We'll see a somewhat active weather pattern continuing in the long-range part of the forecast. In fact, as we look at the European model, we'll first quickly look at the exiting showers this morning. Small chance of severe weather in southeastern areas late today and into this evening. And then tomorrow, or Friday night, there's that thunder shower chance mainly north of Interstate 80. Here come the showers Saturday into Saturday night. Notice how most of the snow remains to the north, but we may get a little snow farther south into Sunday. But notice most of the accumulating snow is going to stay in the north if we do see accumulating snowfall. That moves on out, but we do see some more off and on chances of moisture next week, mostly rain chances. So we'll keep the somewhat active weather going all the way through next weekend, basically here. The GFS model, and there's our moisture this morning. And it's mainly in southeast Nebraska. Obviously, the GFS is a little overdone there. Tonight, later this afternoon into tonight, it's southeastern areas. Tomorrow night, along the cold front, I think that's showing the front too far south, to be honest. I think the chances are better north of Interstate 80. But here comes the moisture. So I think the GFS is trending too far south, which would mean I don't think we'll see too much snow for our area. Mostly northern Nebraska. I think it's trending too far south with all that snow Sunday. I don't think it'll be quite that cold. But more moisture chances down the road, kind of off and on chances. We'll see how things play out in the long range. It's a long ways out yet. So again, everybody, thank you for watching on this Thursday morning. I'll be back with you one more time this week on Friday morning as we'll talk more about the weekend weather system here and as we look at the long range part of the forecast. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Enjoy the warmth out there for today. Take advantage of it, especially with not as much wind out there. I'll see you again Friday morning. Take care and God bless. Bye.